I see. You can't give me a second. I at least give you 5 minutes. You're like, boom. If you're not there,
I'm right here, ma'am. I'm just getting some stuff together. Wait a second.
give me a
Huh?
second. I said,
Huh?
you can't even give me a second.
Okay.
You,
Oh, I thought it was my turn.
you gotta be there or you're done. Or I'm
Okay,
calling.
go ahead. You got 15 minutes. I'm on the timer. Go ahead, timer.
I let's see. Car. Um woo. So buy the jumps. I recommend people buy the jumps. So yeah. I'll put this on the notes as a short.
I
Uh
already did.
gracias a Dios. And make sure we talk about this.
Well, it's
Yeah.
on the note.
Yeah, but sometimes we don't even review the notes.
Well, we're gonna have a new system where we check the
Yes,
quotes in the morning and the notes. That's the
yes,
first thing. Then the second thing is the other stuff, the bozo stuff. Bye.
yes. Um, GE, uh, it's going up. Everything's getting crazy now. It's just everyone's even in Intel. It did take a dip, so our analysis was right, but you just got to get out. It did do a little bit of a dip, not as much as we would have liked, but enough to get a little bit of dinero in reverse. So it was just something could have got out like between here and been fine. But hey, it happens. Um, let's see. Um, Meta. Jeez. Um, it's still Duro. Um, went up to 520 today, and then you were able to get out. I'm here. We were looking at Meta, and if we had picked Meta, we would have been wrong. It did a jump up, so this was a get out of this contract. This just went crazy. So things that
Yes.
you thought would have did a little dip and then go up is this chart is not my issue. It's that I thought it would have dipped, went up, and then come back, but it just went all the way up. So even from this jump up, it just kept going. So it's just no man. It basically, to me, it says that it's a lie when these companies are like, "Oh no, well, inflation's hurting us and all of this." Inflation is fake. Yeah, from the perspective of these big companies. They are only using that as an excuse to raise prices because of COVID. Um, when everything crashed, they're just using it to raise an excuse or reason to raise prices. Peton over 3% today. Um, if you had got it here or something like that, or even here and got out here, you
I
did
got
put
out at the low, actually. I did get out at the
it,
low. I got
put it
some at the
reverse.
top at the beginning of the day, and I got the low of the day, but then I jumped back in it again. And I don't have the best price, but I did get the low of the day.
So if we get a top of the mountain here, 476 to maybe 5, you know, I don't know if that's going to happen, but it is an option. Um, Uh, Google, 2%. Nothing really to write home about, but it did come up all the way through. It did here's another one that did a little bit of a dip. If you got it up here, and it came down and then started going back up. So you didn't really have that much bandwidth, but you could have made a couple coin in the beginning. Coin, just kind of floated around. I remember this was one we looked at, where it jumped up. This one worked. So it closed like around here. It jumped up, let's say here, and then you got out. So this is not bad. Almost a $10 spread, $7 spread, and then it hit here and hit again. So it's jumping up again. So it's something that, yeah, that one would have worked. And we do have a wick down, so maybe it will do the same thing again tomorrow. Macy's is still doing well. You guys know why I feel on this. Amazon is still under 2%, but it basically came up and it just kept going most of the day. We know this is at all-time highs. We don't have to keep looking at. We see that every single day. Same thing for Softy. It's in its own world. We are just waiting for the day that things are gonna drop 10 to 20%. Like everything, basically, the market. All of these FANG stocks. Tesla, um, we still have a ways to go. We know how we feel about the 160 level, so you're just waiting. Dix is still seeming to do well. Yeah, this is at all-time highs. EBC went up today. It did a little dip, but overall, from where it closed, it was up. You know what we think about that. XOM, um, it did a little bit of a jump, and it kind of stayed there. So I thought maybe we'd get to 110. It didn't go that far. We got to 108. We're still gonna wait for our 115 level. AMD. There were some people that played around with AMD. I did it. I chose Intel. Um, all of these, they didn't really move. Nike still under 100. Um, just with everything that's happened with Foot Locker, I think it still has to go down somewhat. Um, if I would have picked today, I would have been wrong, but it is going to, I would think, break through, you know. And I think we've had levels around 80, 89 or something like that. I don't know. We got 100. What is this right here? Yeah, 85 or so. So let's see where we break through here, you know. But it is crossing, so uh, believe you me, it's coming down, and it will continue to come down. Roku, who cares? We missed that boat. Dollar Tree, we are waiting for earnings to see if it does a nice dip. Ooh, Elisa. Maybe this is something an omen for earnings, at least.
It's our theory. Working
Yeah,
there. When is it? Pasado mañana?
it's coming up. Let's see.
6 days.
Okay. So
So,
it's
yes.
maybe what's this? Put this on the thing 150. Just put it on there. If you wanna get into a couple shares at 150, see if you can get out. 146 or something like that, just to play around with it. I'm not against it. Uh, but it may be an omen, but we know what we see. So, Disney, nothing to write home about. Boeing is back over 200. Nothing there. Open, uh, we said get it above 3. If you got it in the pre-market and let it slide, that was the way to go today. But anytime this goes into the 3s, 350s, I like that for sure, at least for now. I still think, it's going to, what was that level that I said before? Where this is going to go. We liked here, this 250, you still got 45.50 cents. So if you can get it at $3 and let it drop 50 cents, you're in good condition. Uh, Apple didn't do anything. Americano didn't do anything today. It basically just stayed even. Nothing to write home about. Apple's been sliding, but the interesting thing is that Apple's been sliding, but it's not affecting the market. The chip stocks are still going crazy. Softy, Meta, everything else is still seems to be holding up and going well and relatively strong. So it's like Apple is acting very independent, even though it's a big percentage of the market. So it's just um, uh, basically everything else is doing its own thing, and Apple's doing its own thing, which is a little bit scary to me because you think everything would kind of like be moving in the same vein. Um, you know how we feel about this. There's going to be a lot of sympathy play back and forth, and I kind of feel like it's going to keep going up with Walmart. And I like Target, but I like Walmart because I feel Walmart is in the next few several months, maybe as you get to the fall, you have a lot of ways to go because they did that split. So maybe before you know it, people are going to go crazy just regarding the split. So I'm banging on the split, not that it means anything, but that's just something people seem to like that. And in the next several months, the stock seems to go up after these splits. Um, Mickey D's, we have the two hills. This is the second one. So we were like, it should be going down soon. And you can get in it now and wait a month. And then just get out. But this is one you would get in and you would just wait until it gets close to this 250 level. If you want to be on the safe side, get out at 260, Target, down day for it, but we know where Target is going. So um, it may come back a little bit and then it'll reverse. Campbell's, don't know what's happening with this. One day it's just gonna pop up, I would think, before we get into really, really warm weather. But uh, everything's been good on it. Haven't heard any negative news for Outlook or anything. And it's in its level. I just think it's coming back here in the zone before it goes back up again. This is another opportunity for people to jump on this since it's getting back in this 40 zone, 40 to 42, and then you can jump on it and get out around 55, 56. That's really all for my first one. Uh, let's see
Very good. You're
anything.
actually 45 seconds left.
Okay. DocuSign, BJ's, Kruger did very well. MU did well. Carrier, but nothing really, to damn Kroger. I wonder if they have another offer or something coming up. Is that why people's going crazy on it?
They had earnings.
Uh, but still, I thought it got penalized because it never got that. It's still, it doesn't even need revenue. All it needs to do is increase the prices on the food.
That's like everybody else.
Yeah, that's how you get your money. So this will probably keep going up. Let me see if it was all day or at the end of the day. Yeah, it was all daggone day. So they just randomly do this, and if you're a big company, you're not making money now, you'll never be making money. Rivian, sorry about someone whining in the background. Rivian, it did the daggone thing. I guess it hit rock bottom and then finally said, hey, this is the day.
It's all hype too.
Yes, Gap, car. Uh, oh yes, car. Yes, we like this. We talked about this. Let me take this off here since it's on the other one. ASML. So yeah, that was it. And uh so the offer is we can play the old video. No, we're gonna do that separately. So this is it. So I can upload this and do you have anything else you want to see or talk about, or we're good?
No, madam.
All right, give me 5 minutes, and then we can get on. Do you want to watch the same video again?
Let's see what the other one is about.
Dang, man, you kind of keep us
I
moving.
said, let's see what it's about. I didn't say like play it. I just want to see what the headline is.
Breakneck pace for you. All right, peace out.
I
I'll
didn't
be back
say
on.
let's. I just want to see what it's called. The app.
I'll be back on in 5.